Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining me today. We're going to dive into an important topic: understanding social processes and their role in social development. Throughout this presentation, we'll explore the various interactions, mechanisms, and institutions that shape the way our society evolves over time. I'm excited to take this journey with you and uncover how these social dynamics influence our shared development. Let's get started. When we talk about social process, we're referring to the patterns of interaction and relationships that exist among individuals and groups within a society. These interactions shape how people relate to each other on a daily basis. On the other hand, social development focuses on the progressive changes and improvements in the structures, institutions, and cultural norms that make up society. It's about how these elements evolve and improve over time. Understanding both social process and social development is essential because it helps us grasp how societies change, adapt, and function as a whole. They allow us to see the underlying mechanisms that influence collective behavior, maintain social order, and drive progress. Ultimately, these concepts are key to explaining how societies evolve through shifts in both social interactions and the development of social structures. This understanding is vital for analyzing the continuous transformation of our social world. When we talk about social process, we're referring to the continuous sequence of interactions and relationships that shape how society is organized and functions. These interactions are fundamental because they influence our societal norms, values, roles, and institutions. Essentially, they help define what is considered acceptable behavior and how people relate to one another. Social processes are crucial drivers of the dynamics within communities and entire nations. They enable important activities like communication and cooperation, which are necessary for working together effectively. They also play a role in resolving conflicts and passing down cultural traditions from one generation to the next. Understanding these social processes is key to recognizing the patterns that contribute to both social stability and change. By studying these patterns, we gain insight into why societies maintain order or undergo transformation over time. This awareness helps us better navigate the complexities of social life and the forces that shape our world. Now, let's look at the different types of social processes that shape our interactions. First, cooperation is when individuals or groups work together towards shared goals, benefiting everyone involved. It's about joint efforts that create positive outcomes. Next, competition involves striving against others for limited resources, status, or power. This can drive innovation, but also lead to tension. Then, we have conflict, which is a struggle arising from opposing interests or values. Although conflict can be disruptive, it can also lead to important social changes. Accommodation refers to how conflicting parties manage to reach some sort of adjustment, either temporarily or permanently, without fully resolving the deeper issues. Lastly, assimilation describes a process where minority groups are absorbed into the dominant culture. This can lead to cultural blending, but sometimes at the cost of losing distinct identities. Each of these processes plays a crucial role in how societies function and evolve. When we talk about social development, there are several key factors that play a crucial role. First, cultural norms and values are fundamental. They represent the shared beliefs that guide how people behave and what society expects from individuals. These norms shape everything from daily interactions to broader social practices. Next, economic conditions are equally important. The availability of resources, how wealth is distributed, and the opportunities for employment all influence people's living standards and their ability to move within society. Economic stability or instability can greatly impact social progress. Political systems also have a big effect. The way governance is structured and how policies are implemented regulate social order and determine the level of social welfare. These systems set the rules that help societies function smoothly and support development. Lastly, technological advances cannot be overlooked. Innovations in communication, production, and social interaction often speed up social development by changing how we connect and work together. Technology can open new doors and transform societies in profound ways. Together, these factors create a complex but fascinating picture of what drives social development. When we talk about social development, social institutions play a crucial role, starting with the family. It's the fundamental unit where individuals first learn about their culture and social norms. It's where we develop our initial understanding of how to interact with others. Moving on to education, this institution goes beyond just teaching facts. It helps people gain skills, acquire knowledge, and become integrated members of society. Then we have religion, which often provides a moral compass and helps create a sense of belonging and community among people. Lastly, the government has a significant impact by setting laws and policies that maintain social order and determine how resources are shared. Each of these institutions contributes in unique ways to shaping individuals and society as a whole. Now, let's look at how social processes impact both individuals and groups. First, they play a crucial role in shaping socialization, which is essentially how people learn and internalize the cultural norms and values of their society. This helps individuals understand what's expected of them. Second, social interactions influence identity formation, helping people define who they are personally as well as their place within various groups. Third, these processes affect group dynamics by determining how groups organize themselves, whether they cooperate smoothly or engage in competition, both internally and with other groups. Finally, social processes establish social roles, setting clear expectations for behaviors and responsibilities depending on the context someone is in. Altogether, these impacts underscore the profound ways social processes guide our interactions and sense of self. Here we see some clear examples of social processes in action. First, cooperation is shown through international alliances that come together to tackle global issues like climate change. This kind of teamwork highlights how societies can unite for a common goal. Next, competition is evident in economic rivalries between corporations, which often drive innovation and bring about shifts in the market. Then, conflict plays a role when social movements challenge discriminatory laws, pushing for changes that result in legal reforms. Accommodation can be seen in political compromises that resolve long-standing disputes within countries, allowing for peaceful coexistence. Finally, assimilation happens when immigrant communities gradually adopt the dominant cultural practices, while at the same time enriching society with their own diverse contributions. These examples illustrate how dynamic and interconnected social processes shape our world. Social processes are the fundamental mechanisms that drive how societies grow and change over time. They involve the interactions and relationships between individuals and groups, which in turn shape social structures, institutions, and cultural patterns. By understanding these processes, we see that social development is not static, but dynamic and ongoing. Social progress, therefore, depends on a delicate balance. The interplay of cooperation, conflict, adaptation, and integration within communities and nations is what ultimately propels society forward.